Does it still say waiting? Wait, we're working now. Yay. I mean, I can see you. Well, I can't see you. I can see your comments, but YouTube's been not letting, it makes you guys wait. I don't know why it does that. It's stupid. If you hear noise, that's my husband. He's sitting beside me, watching some video on Facebook. Don't know what it is, though. I need to turn my ringer off so we don't get any distractions. There we go. I don't even know why I put these on my head. I don't wear them. I should probably also turn the light on so you can see me better. But I'm not going to. My hair's a little messy today, but whatever. Everybody says hi, Zach. Oh no, Aaron. I hope it comes on for you. We've had our heater on for what, babe? When do we turn the heater on? Tuesday? Our heater's been on almost a week now because it decided to just be winter here all of a sudden. Oh no, Kat, I'm sorry. Hey, Brina! Do you mind if I call you Brina instead of Sabrina? I mean, I know it's in your name, but I don't know if you prefer to be called Sabrina. Thank you! I got tired of the long hair. Chopped it all off. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I know some people, some people are weird about their names. Me, I'll answer to basically whatever you want to call me. This hair needs to go this way, but it wants to go this way. It was a day. I mean, it wasn't like the worst day, but it wasn't like the best day either. We actually might be taking this to my bedroom because I want to lay in bed. Why don't we do that? Love you, babe. I'm gonna go in the room. Love you. I said I love you, punk.
Love you too.
Actually, while we're back here, let me turn this light on. If y'all don't know, ignore the hole in my ceiling. I gotta get it fixed. It's from a water leak. We got the roof fixed, but we never got our ceiling fixed, so. Excuse me. I need to grab something real quick. Or a couple of things, actually. Because I can't make up my mind. And so I bought a new notebook to do my tracking in. I just gotta find it now. It's right here. Ooh, what's for dinner, Lori? Lasagna? Okay. Oh no, Kat, I hate when that happens. So I've been tracking my expenses in this notebook, y'all know. This one. But since it doesn't have any coils, like the pages are getting like weak because it's a cheap. Kat, I can't wear earrings, whether they're real or fake, because my ears swell up. The pages are just kind of getting worn flipping through it. So, Kat's gonna enjoy this one. It's not really my aesthetic, but it was the cutest one they had. I had this little notebook to track my expenses in, and you guys, the reason... Ooh, Salisbury steak, yum. Ooh, that sounds good, Aaron. I didn't have that great of a day. I need to look in our paperwork we took out of our old car when we got our new car. Because we went to pay our sales tax today. We finally got the check in from the dealership. And we went to pay our sales tax today on it. And they told us we haven't paid our property taxes yet and it's late. But I swear we paid them back in like March or May when our tags were due. And they're trying to say we didn't pay them. And now they're late. And so,
Hey, Mom.
nope, Dad said go to bed. So, if I can't find where we paid them, like our receipt from when we paid them, that would have been in our old car, so it would be in with that paperwork we took out of there. I have to, as some of y'all know, I have just, like, started getting back into budgeting after the last year has completely depleted us. I will have to, again, completely deplete the 2 sinking funds I started, birthdays and Christmas, to pay that. So, I'm a little discouraged today, but... So, we're just gonna transfer to this. I'm getting back to restart my emergency fund and savings challenge since I obviously was not ready for people to visit this year, birthdays. That's okay, Kat. It's okay. So while we're talking, I'm just gonna transfer all of my things over here. Okay, Kat, I'll do that after this live. If I don't, you'll have to text me because I might forget. It's just discouraging after like a year of not even being able to budget because there wasn't any extra money with everything that's been going on, finally getting back into it, and then having to completely start over again after only a month. You know, so it's a little discouraging, but we're gonna keep on keeping on. Kat, that's what we get for thinking. Hey, JT! I'm doing good. I'm just transferring over all my trackers for all my different cash envelopes and stuff to a new notebook while we're chatting. Yeah, I had them in this notebook, but since there's no, like, coils or anything, the pages are like trying to fall out, so I'm just gonna transfer them into this little coil notebook. I'd like to have like actual cash envelopes and stuff, but my husband's not quite ready to make the plunge into cash yet, so we are just doing digital right now.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay. We've just done debit cards for so long, and my husband hates carrying around cash. And so it's going to take a while for him to get used to that. Yeah, Kat, that's the thing. Like, I would love to have envelopes and stuff, but at this point, as much as I would love to support all of our friends and stuff, it just isn't feasible right now. Hey, Vex, how are you? Ooh, just got off work. I just put my kids to bed. So I guess you could say I just got off work too. Good for you, Kat. Yes, I'm always on call, but the it's not so work-ish now. Yeah, well, so on August 1st, my husband had to be off work for, how long was it, you guys? Like 10 days. Because he was exposed to COVID. Luckily, he didn't have it. And then he went to work for a day, and then he had to have surgery. He had to have his septum fixed because it was severely deviated. His right nostril was completely blocked. Then he went back to work for like a week, and he got his hand smashed at work. And so he has been going to work, but he's been having to come home because he can't take his pain medicine at work, and he can't even hold a fork without almost crying in pain because of his hand. So that's been fun. It's been a rough couple of months, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. What?
I want to my mom so I can turn my alarm.
What's in your mouth? What is that?
It's a tire. And so I can get one of my pajamas on because I'm cold.
Yes. Delson, Daddy's gonna get mad. You better get in bed. I'll be there in a minute. Good night. Yeah, it's been it's been a little rough, but we've been able to pay our bills and keep food on the table, so that's the important part. So I'm not, too disappointed, but it's still been rough. I have put it out into the universe that 2022 is going to be a way better year. Love you, Aaron. Tell your mom I said hello.
Can I say hi?
Nope, you can go to bed. I'm being mean, Mom, tonight, and I'm not letting my kids say hi. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. Usually I'll let them come on, say hi, talk for a minute, but today's just one of those days where nothing, I did no chores today. But nothing dramatic happened. I just am ready to be off the clock. Okay, Kat, love you. I'm probably gonna be on for another 45-ish minutes, and then I'm gonna head to bed too. And you guys, if y'all think that watching people clean things is satisfying, y'all are gonna love tomorrow's video. I cleaned my room that my dogs stay in, and it's a little embarrassing, but we don't judge here, and it's real life. So I'm getting pimples because I started wearing makeup again. Good grief. Good night, Brina. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna try and get caught up on your videos. Maybe tomorrow while I'm editing. Y'all, my skin under my eyes is getting loose. Oh well. Yeah, I was finally getting... So, my husband usually takes care of the yard, but since he smashed his hand and can't use the push mower, I did it last week, and I got allergies real bad. And I finally got over it, and then I cleaned the dog's room with all the dust and the dog hair, and so now my allergies are trying to start to act up again, but... So, I forgot what I was going to say. Nova, don't start being a prissy pants. Oh, you guys. Apparently Katie's allergies are starting to act back up again, too. What was I going to say? Zach goes back to the doctor tomorrow to get the MRI for his hands. red, so we'll see how that goes. Good deal, Lori. Like I said, I would buy some kind of hair oil and then put that in right before you put your gel or your mousse in to keep moisture in. I did not take Cypress to the vet. I talked to the vet and he thinks that they're hot spots and she's like scratching them too much, and so he told me what to get at Walmart, so I gotta go get that. He said whoops, sorry, didn't mean to drop you. He said he doesn't want us to waste money on a visit, to try that first, and if that doesn't help, then to bring her in. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Why is my brain not working? Probably because I didn't drink any coffee today. What the heck was I gonna say? Why does my daughter need her TV on? So I used to, every time it went from, like, in the fall and the spring, I would get really bad allergies. I haven't in the last couple of years. Now my daughter, okay, listen to this, you guys. Oh, sorry. With my daughter, when she was a baby, up until she was like 5, anytime the weather would get cold, she would break out in this weird rash. And the first 2 years, I took her to the doctor because I'm like, this is weird. Why does she have this rash? It won't go away. Basically, what they told me is, without it actually being an allergic reaction, they said it's not actually an allergic reaction. They said, but it's basically like her skin is breaking out in hives because of the cold weather. That's just how she reacts to the cold weather. So that was weird. She finally grew out of that. And now every year, at some point between October and December, she will get this cough. And it's just a cough. There's no other symptoms that will last for a month or two. And last year when she got it, they tried to force me to give her a COVID test. And I was like, I'm not getting her a COVID test. She doesn't have COVID. I know she doesn't have COVID. She gets this every year. I just want her cough medicine that the doctor gives her every year, so she can stop acting like this. And, actually sleep. And so finally, after telling me that if I didn't get her COVID tested, they were just going to say she was positive, I finally said, no, y'all aren't going to say she's positive. Y'all are going to give me the cough medicine. Hey, Marlene! And they finally just agreed to give me the cough medicine. She was 6 at the time, I was not about to get my 6-year-old COVID tested, unless I really thought she had COVID, I don't know. It's a mess. It's all a mess. The world is a mess. I'm a mess. My kids are a mess. My husband's a mess. My animals are a mess. Everything's a mess. Marlene, I was going to say something to you. Yes, I did. I chopped it all off. And I colored it a different color. Yep, it's all gone. No hair. What do you think? You like it? You hate it? Be honest. Because, no offense, I don't really care what any of y'all think of my hair, to be honest. Thank you. I was so sick of it. It was just in the way. What else was I going to say? I don't remember. Yeah. Marlene, I used to have short hair. I used to keep it short, and then when I got pregnant with, well, before I got pregnant with Luca, I hadn't cut it in like 3 years, and I finally decided it was time to chop it all off again. Yeah, it's crazy, and it was even more crazy to me that they were gonna say she was positive, um, even if she didn't get tested. That didn't sit right with me. Um, Actually, if you guys want me to be honest, my husband hated it at first when I first chopped it back off. But but here's the thing, JT, I don't even care if my husband likes it or not. It's not his hair. If he don't like it, he don't have to look at me. He can close his eyes. I don't really care. He does like it now, though, like when we're in bed and sleeping, he doesn't like inhale my long hair. Like literally inhale it into his lungs. You guys, I can even Justin Bieber over here. Look, I'm Justin Bieber now. See? Justin Bieber. Marlene, with this haircut, like, I can straighten it, and sometimes I take my husband's beard straightener. Yes, my husband has a beard straightener, and I will straighten these pieces over here, but I like that my waves make this side look messy. Um, yes, it does grow out, and you guys, my daughter got lice for the second time this year. She's in second grade, and she hasn't had it. She didn't have it at all in kindergarten, at all in first grade, but since August, she's got it twice, and I told my husband if I get it, I'm just shaving it all off. It's hair, I don't care, it will grow back. To me, I'm not attached to my hair, so it doesn't matter. But, luckily I didn't get it, and we got hers taken care of, thank God. I tell you what. And the bad thing is, like, schools can't, like, check heads or send kids home because of it anymore. So it's just a battle I'm going to have to, um, keep fighting, I guess. We're taking all the preventative measures we can right now, making her wear her hair up to school, tea tree oil. I bought a special lice repelling shampoo for her to use once a week. It's just a lot more work on my part because other parents, sad to say, don't care enough to um, take care of the problem for their kids, and it's sad, you know. Yeah, I've made her stop washing her hair every day because, you know, lice, the cleaner the hair, the more susceptible you are to lice. So I've been making her only wash her hair like 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, I'm literally doing everything. Um, which, ever since she started school, like, as a kid, I had 3 younger sisters. Or nope, I had 2 younger sisters. So there were 3 kids in the 3 girls in the house, and we got it all of the time. There was a kid on our bus whose parents didn't care and never treated it, so we got it a lot. And so when she started school, I already knew that, like, this was a thing, and so I make sure to check her hair on a weekly basis. That way, if and when it does occur, I can catch it as early as possible and get it taken care of before it gets too bad. And I have informed the school both times, and there's literally nothing they can do about it. Ridiculous. Like, when I was in school, the whole class would go to the nurse like once a month. The nurse would look through your head, and if you had lice, they would send you home. But now they can't do that because it makes kids get bullied. So, you know. me see what else happened today. Literally nothing. We had to go to the car dealership to pick up the check because we've already had our car for 30 days, so technically our temp tag is expired, and they didn't call us until Friday night that it was in, so we had to drive an hour away to pick up that check and come back, and then we got home at like 11, and then we made lunch, and then I took a nap. Yeah. And it's like I tell my daughter, like, she's gets embarrassed about it, and I'm like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It just means you're clean, and you know, it happens. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. I said, I mean, you don't have to go around like announcing it to the whole school, but you definitely shouldn't be ashamed of it. Yep, we did too, Lori. Speaking of that, Katie has the schools. Listen, they can't check kids' heads for head lice, but they can bring them all into the nurse's station, check their ears, like their hearing, check their eyes, and make them get on a scale in front of the rest of the kids. And check their BMI and shit in front of the rest of the kids, and that's ridiculous to me. Like, we can do all that business, but they can't check for head lice. Like, I remember one time, so I didn't weigh over 100 pounds until I got pregnant with my oldest. And in like 7th grade, I weighed like 50 pounds. And they tried to tell my mom that I was obese. Ridiculous. What did I sit up for? I really should be wearing my glasses, you guys, but I need a new prescription. They're causing me migraines. This hair right here, though, it needs to go back to where it belongs on this side of my head, but it doesn't want to. Let's see. I was gonna get up for a reason, and now I don't know what the reason is. You're right, Vex, they are, but I can't afford private school, and I was not cut out to be a teacher, even, like when they shut schools down, back at the beginning of 2020, and I had to do school with my child. Listen, she does better in the classroom, and I'm not cut out to be a teacher, so public school it is. And I know some people specifically we didn't have to do the push-ups and pull-ups and climb the rope thing, but what was I saying? I know some people who are like, I'm not sending my kids to public school because it corrupts them. Like, here's the thing. I have faith that the morals and things that I instill in my children are strong enough that the school's not going to be able to tell them any different. Yes, I mean, I know I am a teacher, but I mean, like, I wasn't cut out to teach my 7-year-old math. Like, I can help her with math, but to, like, actually have to teach her the concepts, no. And how do I explain it? I don't know. I just can't, I couldn't homeschool. I don't know, Lori. It's ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous. Like, I am scared for my children when they get older. Like, I really don't care much about myself. Like, whatever. But my children, I'm scared for them when they get older. Yeah. It just got really cold all of a sudden. Maybe it's the old lady. For those of you that are new here, my daughter thinks my house is haunted by an old lady. Ooh, science project. I like science. What kind of science project? What science project is she doing? I just don't have the patience to teach my kids the concepts of math and things. I just don't. I have zero patience for that kind of stuff. Like, I could never be a teacher. Mm-mm. Hey, God's Night, how are you? I mean, I can teach my daughter, like, cooking. And I can teach her, like, basic life. Like, I'm better at teaching. I'm doing okay. I'm here. I'm surviving. I'm better at teaching, like, skills you'll actually use in the real world and not, like, no offense if you have to use these things in your day-to-day life, but, like, algebra? No. That's weird, Lori. No, I didn't hear that. I didn't even know there was a robot that's an official U.S. citizen. Shows how much I pay attention to what's going on in the world. Like, I can teach my kid... Like, I would be great at teaching my kids about taxes. And... Why does my mind go blank? Hello, brain, wake up. Taxes and... like, how to change a tire. And why are those the only two examples I can think of? Yeah. But, like, teaching, like, algebra? No, couldn't do that to my children. I'm good at math, and I love math, but I'm not good at teaching it. And, like, I could teach them, like, a little bit about science-y things, but, that's about it. I could also teach them a little bit about graphic design and a little bit about, like, editing softwares. Yeah. But what I'm saying, Vex, is I wouldn't be good at teaching them the required credits in my state to get a high school diploma. Listen, Laura, you already know Katie. She don't take shit from nobody. She is definitely her mama's child, and, sometimes she doesn't know when to turn that off. I've learned how to turn the bitch off. She has not learned how to turn her sass and attitude off yet. So, there's that. That's what I told her earlier. She was asking me, like, Mom, what's your favorite thing about me? And I was like... And I was telling her, and I said, one thing I don't like about you, I said, I shouldn't say I don't like it. I said, I love that you have it. I just wish you'd learn when was an appropriate time to use it is your sass and your attitude. I said those are good assets to have, but you need to learn when they need to be used and when they don't. And then she was asking me, like, what was my favorite, like, physical attributes of hers? And I was like, Katie, I said, you're beautiful inside and out. I said, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside if you're a shitty person on the inside. That's not the way I put it, but basically. Oh, good grief. Learned programming at 4. Katie wants to learn coding, and I don't even know where to start with all that stuff. Like, my daughter is really big into, like, science and, like, engineering and stuff like that. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. Guess it's time for both of us to learn. Yeah, we're working on it, Bex. She hasn't quite gotten it down yet. And not to her own fault. Like, sometimes when she talks, like, just her normal talking sounds like she's being sassy and has an attitude. I know, Lori, they have, like, these games that, like, teach coding and stuff. I need to figure it out. But, yeah, Marlene, my daughter is definitely my child, too. She's definitely my child. Which we're working on it. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Mine thinks she's 18, Marlene. That's part of the problem. She's 7, going on 27, she thinks, I'm pretty sure. The biggest problem we're facing right now is she tries to parent my younger two, and it is funny and also annoying all at the same time. My eye itches so bad right now. I mean, and my daughter, she don't sugarcoat nothing. She will tell you how it is. She don't care if it hurts your feelings or not. When I got her off the bus Friday after I cut my hair, she looks at me and she goes, Mom, you look weird. No, I don't think Katie... I've asked her if she would jump off a bridge if everybody else would, and she said no. You know what she would do, though? She would say, let me go to the bottom so I could see which one hits first. That's what she would do. She would want to be at the... She would make it like a game. She would say, I'm going to go to the bottom. Whoever hits the ground first wins. And she would be the judge. That would be Katie. Yeah. She wouldn't even think about the fact that they would probably all die. Children. Luca, my 1-year-old, he's a very big mommy's boy, and so with my older two, I worked after they were born, and when my middle son was about 2 years old, I became a stay-at-home mom, and and then I got pregnant with my youngest, and so I've been home with him 24/7, basically, since he was born, and that's a problem. So today, he was screaming because I wasn't, holding him. And so, we don't cast judgment here. I just put my headphones in and let him scream. So I didn't have to hear it. Because I was going to lose my mind. Oh, my husband's letting the dogs out. I was like, who just opened my door? That was my husband putting the dogs out. Yeah. We're also learning, she's also learning right now that you can say what you're thinking and how you truly feel without saying it in a hateful, mean way. So that's been fun with her. All right, Marlene, tell him we said hey. I hope his new business venture is going well. Yeah, I need to do that night. I did talk to his doctor. He said basically at the age he's at, Lori, whatever he eats is what he's gonna eat. If he won't eat it, there's not much you can do right now besides just keep trying. So yeah, all you new folks, if you have any tips on how to get my 1-year-old to eat, that'd be great. All he'll eat right now is chicken nuggets, french fries, protein waffles, Pringles, and that's it. I try every night to get him to eat what we're eating, but there's only so much fight you can give. What's my drink? Mountain Dew and Malibu. Per usual. Well, usually I don't always drink on these lives, but today just felt like one of those days. Tried the smoothies, not a fan. He did eat a banana. He ate a banana was it yesterday? No, Saturday. He ate a banana. Yeah. He also ate a couple bites of ham the other day. So, like, we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. But if y'all have any ideas, I'd love to hear them and try them because it's been, he's gaining the right amount of weight. Yeah, JT, that's something we're doing now. Y'all can argue with me if you want, but I've cut out lunch for him so that way at dinner time, he'll be hungry. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and so we've started giving him, if he just downright refuses to eat his dinner, we've just been giving him a protein shake at night. Because we are trying to teach him. So, y'all can also argue about this with me too. For my older 2 kids, if you don't eat what I cooked for dinner, you go to bed. I'm not. Yeah. In my house, the rule is you eat what I make for dinner or you don't eat. You go to bed hungry. That's the rules. And so, I don't want to do that with a 1-year-old, but at the same time, I know that as much as I hate to admit it, his eating habits are my fault because when we first started transitioning him to regular food, those were the easiest things, like the French fries and the protein bars and the granola bars were like easy things to give him when we were on the run, and so it's my fault, but it's fine. We're working on it. He is gaining his weight like he's supposed to, hitting his milestones like he's supposed to. So the doctor said at this point it's not a problem. Now, if by the time he's 2 and he's still refusing to eat everything, then that's when we should start worrying, and maybe it could be like a sensory thing. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, say I'm making, what's something I'm making that neither one of my kids like, that me and my husband like, I don't know. All I can think about is Delson doesn't like mac and cheese. So, like, if we're having, say we're having hot dogs and macaroni and cheese for dinner, I will make him asparagus or French fries or give him some potato chips or something else with his dinner. But, like, if I'm gonna take the time to cook a nice homemade dinner that's delicious and nutritious, you're either gonna eat it or you're not. That's just the way I was raised. Even when I was old enough to cook my own food, Lori, that wasn't an option. Mainly because we were too poor to have that option. Not poor. We were, yeah, poor, basically, to have that option. It was you eat what we have for dinner or you don't eat. And to be fair, like, that's how I've gotten Delson to actually eat. Yeah, JT, I really just think for him, I think some of it, so I have a weird thing with textures when it comes to flavors and foods, and this is the problem, um, with the pureed baby foods and things. I should have not done it with Luca because it backfired on, with Delson on me, so I should have known. But I think it's the texture. Um, he got used to that texture, and so when we tried to start switching to like actual food, like peas, for example. He loved pureed peas, hates actual peas, and I think it's a texture thing. So we're working on it. He gets that from me. He got his looks from his dad and all his weird quirks from me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Kids are weird. But, I have a buttload of laundry to do. Probably like 8 loads of laundry. Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Like I said, we're slowly getting there. And also to like start introducing new flavors to him, I've started getting his, so like he loves Nutri-Grain bars. But So instead of buying the apple ones that I know he loves and will eat, I've started buying different flavors of them. And like his, just different things that I know he will eat, to start introducing flavors, new flavors. I've started getting new flavors of those things in hopes that he'll realize, oh, new things taste good, and I'm going to start trying things. It's working a little bit. Yuck. Cooked broccoli is the worst. I would rather just have it cleaned, raw, with some ranch. Cooked broccoli is the worst. Ugh. Also, cooked carrots, disgusting. That freaked me out. Okay, for y'all new people, there's a hole in my ceiling. I gotta get it fixed. I have that mirror, and you see that stain on it that needs to be cleaned off? Not stain. Spot on it that needs to be cleaned off. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and it looked like somebody was standing in that mirror, and I about freaked out. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Like, he used to love spaghetti. Won't touch it. And a lot of the problem is also, he wants to be able to feed himself. And a lot of the things that I cook, I guess I could let him feed himself, but maybe I do need to just let him feed himself and let him make a freaking mess. Maybe that'll help. He does not want me to feed him at all. Zero. Zilch. So, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should just let him make the mess. As much as I would hate to clean it up, I just need to let him do it. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I know. I try not to say things like that in front of my kids, unless they've tried it and they don't like it. So. Like, Delson loves asparagus. Roasted asparagus. He could eat that all day, every day. It's disgusting to me. The texture of it makes me feel like I'm eating like a worm or something. I don't know. Like the way it is crunchy on the outside and nasty, smushy on the inside. Ugh. Anyways, when we had him try it for the first time, I made sure I didn't tell him my opinion on it. Now, my daughter used to love asparagus, and now she doesn't like it. No, I don't have a tarp, Vex, but I think I do have, like those plastic mats that you put on carpet for like office chairs and things. I think I've got a couple of those somewhere lying around. The problem is, Lori, he's in that stage where he, literally, shock puts his food across the room. So, yeah, that's been fun. And I think we've also decided, okay, so for those of you that are new here, I put my dogs in my dining room. So they used to, I hated that when we would leave for work and stuff, we would have to lock them in their kennels all day because they like to chew things up when they're home by themselves or out and about at night by themselves. So I would hate having to lock them in their kennels while we were at work or going to bed or anything like that. So I decided to put them in my dining room with the baby gate, so they're like in there and they can like be out of their kennels and roaming around, you know. And so we can't eat, and I guess we could eat in our dining room, but there's so much hair and dust and stuff that collects in there that we don't. And so we don't eat at a table as a family. My kids eat at the kitchen counter because there's a bar. But I think I've decided I'm going to buy one of those folding plastic tables that I can put up in my living room or even in my kitchen every night, eat there, and then put it away for now. And I think that might also help him to start eating better, as if we all start eating as a family again. Like, I hate that we haven't been doing that. Sorry, I thought I saw, like a peppercorn in my teeth. I've tried everything you can think of, Lori, to get him to stop throwing it. He thinks it's a game, and then when I take it away, he just thinks he gets to get out of eating his food. So, either way, he wins. But I think we're going to try and start eating together as a family again, and I think that will also help him start eating better if he sees all of us doing it at the same time, you know. He'll want to feel included. I just hate that there's carpet everywhere in my house. I'm seriously thinking about just ripping up the carpet, putting some plywood down, and putting a thick coat of, what's that clear stuff? What's that clear stuff, you guys? What?
My stomach hurts.
Okay. Like, bad? Or just a little bit?
Starting to hurt more.
Well, why don't you try to rest? And if it's still hurting in the morning. If it's still hurting here in a little bit, I think I got some medicine I can give you. Okay? Love you. Sure, if that's what it's called, JT. I don't know. I'll come in there and check on you here in a little bit. Yeah. Just to get rid of this carpet. That's what I'm thinking about doing, because I am so sick of this carpet. So sick of this carpet. It's disgusting. It was disgusting when we bought the house. They did a good job shampooing it before we looked at it and before we moved in, so you couldn't see the stains that just keep coming back up to the surface. I just hate carpet. Carpet sucks. And when you have 3 children, 3 dogs, and a cat, it sucks even more. And there's no hardwood under it. I've looked, unfortunately. So, yeah. And floors are expensive. Oh, no, I was talking about to cover the plywood on the floor. Well, heck, plywood's freaking expensive now, too. Or was. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a couple months. Alright, you guys. It's time for me to jump off here. I always say I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning with my husband. I don't have to. I choose to. But he works tomorrow, so I have to I will be getting up at 3:30 in the morning, and he has his appointment for his hand at 8:30. I'm not going with him because I'm not loading the kids up to go to that appointment, but, yeah, I'm gonna jump off here, and I'm gonna get ready for bed. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope to see you guys all tomorrow night. Stay tuned for that dog cleaning video tomorrow. Dog cleaning. Not cleaning any dogs. The dog room. My dining room. My dog's room. Is it bougie to say my dogs have their own room? Maybe. Alright, I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.